So like I said, guys, I'm not considering anything until although I like what I'm seeing now, I'm not considering anything until 2:30 p.m. Oh, wait a minute, GK, look. It came up off of this imbalance and it's displacing lower. Now there's a fair value gap here. Why aren't you shorting that? Come on, aim for the low. I told you guys what I'm doing. I'm not switching anything up. I'm not going to trade the first 1 minute fair value gap that looks good. That's all this is, Babito. Waiting for time and then waiting for a price to tip its hand to us. That's the displacement I was looking for. So what do we have now? We just shifted above this 5 minute order block. Okay, so now we have a change in the state of delivery. So what's the draw? This 2 p.m. opening. So we'll see whether or not it wants to give me a entry point. This right here would be where we'd take a partial and then we'd hold our runner on for up here. Alright, so I like the displacement on DXY. Notice we failed to make a higher high while ES made that lower low, so that'd be a SMT. So everything I've been saying is correct. It's just a matter of getting an entry point. That's all. Internal highs, but just the delivery to them, yes, it got to them, but the delivery to them just wasn't anything to get in sync with. I mean, you see all the wicks in here, right? Take a look what took place here. Remember I said the first target would be the 2 p.m. opening, and look what takes place. As soon as we return above that 2 p.m. opening, immediate reaction above of that. So it's just kind of like a complicated commentary here because I like what I'm seeing, but at the same time, but you guys all heard my bias and what I was looking for ahead of time, and it's all delivering. It's just a matter of getting in sync with the marketplace or not. Alright, so there's the original 2 p.m. high pierced. Now what do? We have to wait. Simple as that. So yeah, kind of bittersweet here. I mean, literally everything was called ahead of time. It's all recorded. Everything is there. There's no hindsight here. Everything taking place here was anticipated before the fact. It's just kind of delivered and without allowing me to participate. But yeah, just looking at these wicks real time, I was going to wait for another displacement maybe to re-enter. But yeah, I wasn't having any of that. But I just wasn't really interested in getting in any position while we were actively wicking like this because the odds of me getting stopped quickly was likely. Give me a thumbs up or something if you were here and you heard everything called live, even in today's morning stream. Just so I know we're all on the same page here. Sorry guys, I wish I could do more for you. I wish I can really just put on a show here for FOMC, but I simply can't. Like I'm not gonna do things that didn't make me or I'm not gonna do things that hindered my profitability in the past when I did do it. That would just be ego fueled stupidity, right? Yes, is gonna want to come for fair value here to the old new week opening gap that just so happens to reside right below these relative equal lows here. Now it's a little bittersweet once again because this would be a very high probability draw if NASDAQ and ES weren't so different right now and NASDAQ didn't already deliver this discount below all the sell stops. But looking at this 5 minute fair value gap, for me to short this, I would at least need midpoint traded to. So 4890. So if let's say I got short here at 4890, where's my stop going to be? Well, it's going to have to go above the inefficiency, right? So I'd at least need a 15 handle stop loss, which I'd never open up that much risk in my account. That's just idiotic. Or maybe you can put it above the breaker even, but still that's around 14 handles of a stop loss. Now the only reason why I would continue to short if we reach the midpoint up here is because we still have yet to get to this new week opening gap and the sell side here. And the market's clearly showing it has no desire to go higher off of this SMT divergence here, so failed to take out the highs up here. Buy side from 2 p.m. release was taken. And then you see what we also happened on NASDAQ. Notice on dollar index, trend down to this volume imbalance, and then into the 5 minute gap there. And we'd like to see it continue up into here. which, what is that? That's the consolidation high. There's going to be buy stops up there. Point is, we have so many more trading days ahead of us. Like, there's no need to place so much importance on one day. I used to do this so much too, and it's such a bad thing. Like however my trading day went, that would just dictate how I felt the entire day. Like I said, this 5 minute inefficiency easily can send us lower into the target I'm looking at in the new week opening gap, but I'm not doing so. Why? Well, experience tells me you need to wait for at least a retracement up into here, minimum. And notice what I said. I said experience tells me that. Not a YouTube video, not a mentorship. Experience. Experience is the greatest teacher. And then whenever you're watching someone doing it live that has the experience, then you have some learning steroids there. And sometimes when you're in these streams, you probably feel like you're not learning much if we're not taking trades or anything, but you're learning way more than you think you are. I promise that. All right, so remember what I always tell you guys. I didn't learn this from any YouTube video. We have the displacement, and then we have this first initial short-term high being formed. And we come up and sweep that. Why? What's the purpose of that? Well, they know that people are inevitably going to be chasing this large movement lower. And then they'll make these highs and know that buy stops are automatically going to get stacked above that as soon as they form. And then boom, they sweep them. And they either use that to accumulate those buy stops to then distribute them lower. I'm going to be watching this breaker here. Now that's if we're able to get below it, right? So for now, these two down close candles will be one order block. But once we trade below it, what does it turn into? A breaker. So not only am I going to watch this breaker, but I'm going to watch these two up close candles here and see what we do with that. So for now, once we form this swing high here, we'll have a fractal intermittent term high being formed within this 5 minute gap. And then I'd have conviction that we'll just be continuing lower now to what? New week opening gap right here. So I want to see us really drop down into there. So with that in mind, I'm actually going to short the up close candles here. And this will probably be my only execution for the day. Let me check Dow one more time, see what we did there. Alright. So I'll take one trade today, right now, and I'll short these up close candles. Right. Just need to see one little drop below them for me. So now I'm going to watch this breaker here. So the idea is here trying to short the low end of the breaker. So see how we just pierce below that now? So that now turns into a breaker. All I need is one little bump into the low end there. Crazy. So I'll just put it back on the screen just so you guys can see. Oh, I thought I had it. So I was saying real time, as soon as we bump into the low end of the breaker here, boom, I'm getting short. And I'm going to aim for the new week opening gap. And it trades up there and misses it by, I don't even, like, less than a quarter tick. It is a little bit frustrating calling everything out so accurately and precisely. And every single level you wanted to see being hit. But you're just not able to, it's just not giving you the typical marketplace that I would be looking to execute with. Fell shy of it, like so shy of it. That would be the fill, stop loss right above this up close candle, and take profit would be approaching, and that would be around 10 handles. And there we go. Beautiful. Alright guys, so everything I wanted to see delivered. Obviously took 0 executions today. We go to the 15. Okay. Nothing was taken behind the scenes or anything like that. All right, NASDAQ, same thing. Nothing. So with that, I'll be seeing, what is it? Tomorrow is pre non-farm payroll. Now, don't get it twisted. I will be active in the signals chat and walking you guys through everything through the chat if I see anything. But normal protocol, we won't really be doing much tomorrow. Then we have non-farm payroll. We'll let the 8:30 do its thing, and around 8:50 we hunt.